Kia ora guys, back again, Justin from 275 Times. Today we're with Renee, who's one of my neighbours down the road from our place. And we're just going to chat to her how her and her family have been getting through the lockdown. How's it going, Renee?
I'm good, thank you.
Cool, thanks for joining me today.
No
So
worries.
what are you guys have, you and Rich have a son, and you've got, who else is in your bubble?
We've got my mother-in-law. She lives in a little separate cabin. So she's part of our bubble as well. But yeah, in the main house, it's my partner, myself, and our son. Yeah.
Cool, and how are you guys navigating this whole time, especially with a young child?
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess everyone has their own set of challenges, but Lucas is both a really good distraction from the horrors of the news at the moment, but so he's a distraction, but he's also it's quite a relentless task looking after a little toddler. But I just think my focus has been on what really matters, which is love and family, and I think he really helps us to see how important that is in times where we're always so busy and so focused on earning money, working. I think this is actually a good time to just sort of take stock of what's really important. So that's what we've been really thinking about, and I think that's the message that I think needs to be sent out to people, in my personal view, I think. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And what sort of things or routines have you guys got to try and just ease some of the stress and tension that can come from just being stuck on one property for 4 weeks, sort of thing?
Yeah. Well, we're lucky we have a bit of a garden space. So for Lucas, our son, he runs around a lot. We do some exercise outside with some hand weights and body weight, and go for walks around our neighbourhood. We take him out for a bike ride. I've been doing some virtual Zumba through my TV, which
Cool,
is quite
cool.
fun. So for me and Rich, exercise has been a really big thing to keep going in our routine, because you can feel quite flat and down without it. So that's been important.
So true.
Yeah, and also doing the things that we had more time to do. So things like reading a book, scrapbooking, board games, just those little small things that you tend to forget about in the busy times that we have. So yeah.
Are you finding that there's a whole bunch of things that you haven't really been part of your life for a while that you're like reconnecting with, like, in different ways of doing things, that because you've got more time now, you do them in different ways?
Yeah, definitely. Like cooking for me, usually for me, cooking feels like a bit of a chore, but I've been trying to think of it as sort of a shift in focus and a way to relax, because I used to really enjoy cooking, but because of the time constraints and everything in my usual routine, sometimes cooking just needs to be fast and on the plate, basically. But in this situation, you can kind of really get your head in it a bit more. So that's and then just sort of, the conversations at home, it's not just about how was your day at work, or all those kind of mundane things. We actually get more time to have decent conversations and laugh and just focus on the little small pleasures of every day. And I think it does take a lot of effort, I think, sometimes to get out of your normal thinking and your normal routine, but that's been a really a big thing.
And what about just connecting with friends and family who you obviously aren't around, and you have family overseas, so how are you doing that?
Well, Zoom has been a big thing, actually. I've had to use Zoom for my job in the last couple of weeks. So my family and I have a Zoom chat every Sunday, and we make it a point not to talk about the C word, the virus.
Fair enough.
So we try and shed light more positive things. And so Zoom, and then just FaceTime. I don't think I've ever appreciated FaceTime more than I have now. So you realize how much better we have it going through something like this these days with the technology we have. I can't imagine, 100 years ago, how people would have coped without that human interaction. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Oh, well, thanks for those little ideas and tips. Hopefully people out there can find that something out of that and just be encouraged. And like you said, if this is a time to maybe refocus on the things that matter. Like I said at the beginning, Renee is part of a Facebook Messenger group that all of us on the street have joined up to, which is another great way for people to stay connected, particularly if stuff goes wrong, people can reach out to each other. So, hey, thanks for joining us today, Renee. And hopefully we'll be able to chat in person when this whole thing comes to an end. But good to chat. And
cool.
cool. Until next time. See you all later.